Hey up everyone, it's the Yorkshire Panda. Welcome everyone, it's the Yorkshire Panda. Welcome back to the 118 Spotlight. We're going to be taking a look at some of the Minecraft mods in 118, bit by bit. And today we're getting a little bit magical with Occultism. Now, I am very much a tech person, not magic, but this has shot up to be one of my favourite mods. It is a fantastic little thing that will... It can be a little difficult to get started and get into, but once you get the basics down, oh boy, it is powerful. So, as with all mods, first thing you should start with is your book. Now, this can be made here with Demon's Dream Seeds and a book. The seeds can be found just like wheat seeds, hemp seeds, everything, just by breaking grass. So, they're not too rare, but they're not super common either. So you may have to go through, a fair bit of grass before you'll find some. Once you've got some of these, the first thing you'll need to do is plant them and grow them into Demon's Dream Fruit. Now this stuff has two uses. Firstly, if you get yourself a piece of netherrack and a flint and steel, throw the fruit onto it and right click, you get this purple spirit fire. So unlike this normal fire, which will hurt you, spirit fire will not. Doesn't burn you, doesn't cause damage, it just burns purple. It does have some other uses as well. So as soon as you got the book, let's see, just follow your way down, you'll find out all these as you go on. Now, the other thing you can use Demon's Dream Fruit for is to open your third eye, which makes everything look a little trippy, but there's a perfectly good reason for this, and that is when you go out exploring into the world, there's a bit of world gem that you need to find, and this is what it looks like. So you'll find these underground. You can find them in oceans, you can find them in deep caves. I mean, at this point I am a fair trek from the studio, but they aren't super rare, but you may, unless you drop on one like this, it just happens to be the side of a cavern, you may have to do a fair bit of mining before you find one. Once you have found one though, you will find none of this stuff, at least not yet. You'll see andesite here. If you look at the top left, that andesite is from the Minecraft. That is from Occultism. Now, if I were to break this, it's just regular andesite. Same with these oak logs. They're marked as from Occultism, not from Minecraft. But if you were to break one, you would just get Minecraft logs. If you were to eat your Demon's Dream Fruit, that andesite now becomes Otherstone, and this wood becomes Otherworld wood. These are your two basic items. You will need these for the vast majority of your crafting going forward in the pack. The other problem you will have is even if you were to break this tree completely down, the saplings, you may, and I say may because these can be a bit hard to find, you may get yourself a Otherworld oak sapling. Now, the problem with these is they aren't great. If you grow them, they will grow into just another oak tree. What you need to do is find a way of getting a hold of something a bit more stable. That's where rituals come into it. Now, once you're back at base, you've got your spirit fire going. If you wanted to make more Otherstone, all you need to do is throw andesite into your spirit fire and it will turn into Otherstone. Wood, however, that doesn't work. The only way to get the Otherworld wood is from Otherworld trees. The other thing you'll need to throw into here is diamonds, so that you can get these spirit attuned gems. So if I was to just grab a diamond, there we go, toss it in, and it spits out your gem. Now, you have got burnt other stone, which is simply other stone in a furnace, and you've got otherworld ashes, which is just otherworld wood in a furnace, or in the spirit fire, should I say. So with these and the spirit attuned gems, you're well on your way to get into the pack. Now, if you don't want to really be going in and eating these dream fruits every time you need to mine something, because it is a little hard on the eyes. And the book, when you go through the thing, will tell you this as well. The first things you'll want to make is one of these Otherworld goggles. What these do, once they're equipped in your head slot, they will give you permanent third eye vision. So you'll always be able to see the other stone blocks, the otherworld block. It can make your vision go a little bit purple, but not massively so it's not a big hindrance. To make these, however, you need to start rituals. Now, rituals in this pack are brilliant. I'm not even going to lie about it. They are brilliant. So, if we were to look at this and look at the infused lenses, it's Xevious' Spectral Compulsion, and then we need these few ingredients, so gold, silver, lenses, and a book of binding foliate. So let's get some lenses, let's get some silver, let's get some gold, and then we've got the book of binding foliate. So let's head over here so we can show you all about rituals. Now, in your book, head over to the rituals tab. You can go through all the different types of rituals that there are. If you head over to the pentacles, it'll give you all these different rituals, carvings that you can do. So, Xevious' Spectral Compulsion, if you hit visualize, it will put a little map on the screen. You right click and it will stay there. That remind me. So, if you were to paint this ritual, you'll see there is white and gold markings, there's candles, and there's spirit attuned crystals. So, your white markings come from white chalk. This is made with burnt other stone and otherworld ashes, which you then need to purify by throwing it into a spirit fire. Which I'm just going to do it like this, it's temporary. And now you've got white chalk. So where it's shown up white, you chalk down the runes, and as you do, you'll see the bar at the top filling up. You also then need a gold one, which is made from the impure chalk, gold dust, and glowstone dust. Again, toss it in the flame, go over, mark out the gold lines. You need these spirit attuned crystals, which are simply 4 of these in a 2x2 grid. So let's get, they're taking it out. Yeah, it did. There you are. So 2x2 grid. Pop these down here. You then need candles, which are made from string and tallow. Now this stuff you get from having a cleaver or a butcher's knife, and you just kill animals, pigs, cows, sheep. If I don't think sheep, but so pigs, cows, sheep, horses, and llamas. Kill it with the butcher's knife. It'll drop the tallow. You then turn the tallow with string into a candle, and they go on there. The final things you need is a sacrificial bowl. That's plopped in the middle. And then, well, the golden sacrificial bowl in the middle. Then you need other sacrifice bowls. Now, if we go back to rituals, we are not possessing, we are binding. Because we want to make otherworldly goggles. So that shows the book and 4 other bowls, 4 other ingredients. So in the spaces between the chalk, you can place the bowls. Now these don't have to be in any particular place or any particular order. You could have them spaced out like this, or you could have all 4 like this. I mean, you could even do that, as long as you don't mess up the chalk lines. Any of the chalks out of place, any of the candles, tuned gems, then it will stop everything from working. You then need this Book of Binding Foliate. Now this comes from these books. So the Book of Foliate is book and quill, purified ink, white dye. Purified ink is simply black dye thrown into the Spitfire. Once you've got the book, you then need to bind it to yourself. To do that, simply take the book, pair it with your Dictionary of Spirits, and that will bind it to a spirit. So in this case, Jaguraka is going to be summoned with this book. You would then follow the recipe. So if I was to just get that back, 2 silver, 1 gold, and some lenses. So lenses, silver, silver, gold, book in the middle. And when you hear that noise, you see the little purple sparkles there, you know it's done correct. Now, this can take a couple of minutes for it to process through. It could take not long at all sometimes. Some of the bigger ones will take a while. If you have got things like time in a bottle, you can right-click the center bowl with it in order to speed up the whole process. But as you'll see, it pulls each of the items in. So silver or gold next? Silver. Once it's pulled the final item in, it will finish the craft, which in this case is our possessed lenses. Infused lenses, that's the one. That all comes down and pop. There's our lenses. Put those with some leather and some lens frames, and you have your Otherworld goggles. Now that is the starting point for a lot of times, because once you've got these and this and everything, the only thing you really need to do now is start doing rituals, start expanding. If you want to get rid of this particular ritual in favour of something else, make yourself a chalk brush, and you can just right click all of the markings away. So if you're limited on space and you don't want like lots of rituals just laid all over the place, then you can rub them out, make new ones, and carry on from that way. Be aware though, the chalk has got durability. So if you do, get rid of them each and every time, you will end up having to make new chalks. And the chalks get expensive because once you get to some of the bigger rituals, like for example, let's go back to Pentacles. So, that one for example, and I'm going to come out here so you can see it better. That uses red chalk, which is not easy to get a hold of. You've got this one that uses purple chalk. So the stronger the ritual, the more ingredients you'll need and better chalk you'll need. Red chalk and purple chalk. Purple you'll get next. That comes from crushed endstone and obsidian. The red chalk comes from Aphrit essence and blaze powder. Now, as you start progressing through, you will find that another item appears on your list of things to get. And that is this stuff, Ismium. It allows you to make tools, magic lamps, and it's used for not much in the way of crafting or spirits or things, but you need it for the Aphrit, and you need it for a couple of really good tools. So, to get Ismium, you find it in Ismium ore. This is found in the Nether. It's only visible when you've got the third eye active, so you need either your goggles or the dream fruit. And you can only mine it with either an Ismium pick or an infused pickaxe. Now this, very similar to the goggles, you make a pickaxe head and you put it into a recipe with some silver, some sticks, and a binding gin, and you get the pickaxe. The binding gin is just like the foliate, but you need green dye instead of white. Once you've got your pickaxe, you then need to get yourself off to the Nether. Once you're in the Nether, all of this stuff, it might be seemingly impossible to find. I mean, if you just look off the edge here, all of this stuff, and I cannot see any of the ore that we need, the Ismium. So, to help out, what you can get yourself is one of these divination rods, which is a simple recipe, just sticks and the spirit attuned gem. And as your book will tell you, the divination rod allows you to find materials. So if you shift click a block with the attuned rod, it will find the otherworld equivalent. So if you click andesite, you'll get other stone. Click out logs, you get otherwood logs. Click out leaves, you get otherwood leaves. Click netherrack and you'll get Ismium. So shift right click, you get that wonderful little thing, and then when you right click, what will happen is in fact let me do that. It will point out where the nearest Ismium is. Now I do know there's some up there. Which, if we were to just go and mine this out using our infused pickaxe, I do love that. We've got that now. And once you are nearby some, it will highlight it on your map for you. well, not on your map so much as your HUD will display a little outline of the ore. It just happens that we might have found the only bit of ismium that's in this entire area. So like I say, it's not easy to find. It can be very difficult to find sometimes. So you've just got to wander around the nether, pinging your rod, and hoping that it'll point you in the right direction. And if you want to use the rod correctly, you don't just press it, you hold, click and hold. Ah, there we go. Just like that. We've got ourselves some more ismium. And just to show you, that too that I found was a very rare occurrence. Oh, there's a little bit more there. You're going to find them in one blocks like that. You're not going to find a lot at once. So be prepared to be running around the nether for quite some time with very little ismium to show. Now, once you're back at your base, you take your ismium, you make yourself your ismium pick, which you can then enchant. This, if I remember rightly, is the equivalent of iron. This is the equivalent of diamond. So you want the ismium pickaxe, but you do want a fair few ismium ingots. Now here are your books, the Division, the Foliate, as well as a couple more that we'll show off on the part 2. These items, definitely want to be making these as early as you can in the pack. So we've got these 3. I'll come back to that one later. But first of all, we've got the Soul Gem, which is... you definitely need to get to the nether before you can make it. And this, for lack of a better word, is a mob catcher tool. Now, this works on any mob. Well, certainly most of them. I don't think you can pick up a wither with it. But insects from the Alex's mod, cows, sheep, villagers, even hostile mobs can be picked up. There's some really cute things there. But yeah, anything and everything can be picked up, or just about everything can be picked up with the Soul Gem, including villagers. So if you wanted to get a head start on that villager farm, whether you're looking for enchantments or emeralds, this is the thing that you need. The other item is the surprisingly substantial satchel. Silver, leather, string, chest, and a foliate book. So this is something you can make quite early on, and it is a humongous backpack. Not only that, it can be equipped into your bauble slots, and by going into your keybinds, you can set a shortcut to the satchel as well. So it is out of your inventory, but easily accessible. We've also got this, the Familiar Ring. Now this can provide you with a boost, made easily enough, but what we need to do is summon a creature to trap in the ring to give us a potion effect or a stat boost, whether it's speed, water breathing. There's quite a few to pick from, but we'll go through all of those as well in part 2. These are more towards your endgame items. So you've got things, let's start this way. The Dimensional Mineshaft. Now, it is a little graphically broken on mine at the minute. Don't know why, but this thing is your auto miner, in a sense. So if I was to just get a hopper and a chest. Right. There we go. So once you've made your Dimensional Mineshaft, which, it has to be said, is a little bit of a not expensive except for the full block of Ismium that you need. You're going to want to make yourself a magic lamp, and then in that lamp trap either a Jinn to make an ore miner or a foliate to make a miner. Now the foliate miner goes into the slot there. As it progresses and that bar fills up, it will slowly mine just random blocks, basically. It can be different ores, can be different stone, mossy cobble, there's granite, other stone, diorite, andesite. So, just a good way of getting things you can mine. Stick a hopper underneath it, and you can automatically output everything into a chest. Now, the same goes for this one, the ore miner foliate. The exception being, this one just deal with ore. So it also pulls out glowstone and other stone, but everything else is purely just an ore block. Again, hopper underneath it, you can get it all set up so that it outputs automatically. And then put those into your ore processors or whatever, and you've got yourself single block auto miners. Now, these do have durability on them, so they will break after a while, and they are quite expensive, especially for the ore miner one. But they're also enchantable, and you can enchant them with unbreaking and mending. So you can always, when they're nearly finished, take them out, repair them, put them back in, keep it going. The other item that you need, or that you'll eventually work your way to, is dimensional storage. Now, this requires a few things. So, first thing you'll need is a pedestal made with just other stone and other stone slabs, and you'll need to turn that into a storage actuator base. You will then need to make yourself a dimensional matrix, which is the recipe here. Put those two together and you have yourself a dimensional storage actuator. Now this is just like ME. You can throw stuff in, you can take stuff out, and it does have a decent inventory in it. So let's just grab some of these, some of these, some of these. There we go. Now, next to the crafting table, you'll see this number here. This is your storage limit. So, at the minute, that is 6 out of 128 items. It counts individual stacks. However, let's put another stack of those in. It still hasn't gone up. It's 128 individual stacks of items. You can sort by amount, you can search them, you can sync with JEI, all the good stuff. Now, that might be good, but once you've got this and all the other mods, you built everything up, this soon fills up. So if you want to increase the size of this, you will need these dimensional storage stabilizers, which as you progress to each one, the recipes do get harder, including Nether Star and a Dragon's Head for the 3 and 4. To get these to improve the size of this, one block away, you place it on a wall, and you'll see the 128 is now 384. And if I was to put 2 of those on here, 640. Now, replace that with a level 2, it's 640 already. So 1 level 2 is worth 2 level 1s. Same applies for level 3, it's worth 2 level 2s. And a level 4 is worth 2 level 3s. You can have 4 of these attached to this. So you can go up as high as 8,320 individual stacks of items. That should cover just about everything. Now, to access this, especially when you've got it fully upgraded like this, it's a bit awkward to sneak into this gap. So what you could do with making yourself is one of these 2 items. So firstly, we'll go with the storage accessor. So make yourself an Otherstone tablet, turn that into an inner accessor, and then make yourself a ritual, imbue it, and you've got yourself a storage accessor. Shift right click the actuator base to connect it, and wherever you are, you can connect to the storage. And this is wherever you are. There is, as far as I'm aware, no limit to range. And big test. No limit to the dimensions either. It connects anywhere and everywhere. So this is very handy to have on your person. Not only that, it can go into your baubles as well. So you can have it in one of your slots there, and go to your keybinds, go to Occultism. So let's click that Shift E. So E into there, Shift E into the accessor. So you can shortcut that, making it a brilliant way of having
manage waypoints.
Whoops.
Narrator narrates chat.
Don't you love it when you press the wrong thing? So that is an excellent way. And the other item you want to get yourself is this, the storage stable wormhole. So make yourself an Otherstone frame, wrap it in gold, and then you put that in a ritual, and you get a wormhole, which on itself does nothing. But if you were to shift right click the actuator at the bottom, that stable wormhole now allows you to access that storage, and again, it works anywhere. Like I said, this is an immensely powerful storage system. Now, not only does it give you access everywhere, your hoppers here can connect directly into the wormhole, and it will place items through the wormhole. So you can not only use it as an access point, but an input. So stick that on the end of a machine, and you've got stuff going straight into your storage device. Easy as that. Now that is it for part 1. So we've gone through all the basics here, but what we'll do in part 2 is go through a bit more of the rituals and the kind of things that you can summon that can help you along the way, including our familiars, as well as a few more interesting specimens. So, as always, if you like the episode, hit the like button. If you really liked it, hit subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell to let you know when new episodes come out, whether it's our ongoing series or whether it's the next episode of the Spotlight. And drop into the comments. Tell me if there's any mod that you want me to do a spotlight on, or if there's anything in the mod that you want me to delve into in more detail. And I can do like a little individual episodes or individual videos for, you know, a bit more of a magnifying glass on certain aspects. But besides all that, you guys take it steady, have a good one, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.